Hello guys, I've got this MaxxOne 8-channel PoE NVR. Got it in a job lot of NVRs, DVRs, cameras, and if you've never heard them before, neither have I. So apparently this one was labelled as locked up, like Akon himself. So let's plug in the mouse, the HDMI, and the power, and we'll see if we can let him out. Right, so it seems it's password locked, so somebody must have left their password on it or the seller forgot the password or whatever. But either way, we can try the default password. There's a little manual, so we'll type in 123456 and see if it lets us in. Imagine. Nope. So I tried the forgot password thing and somebody's left an email on it that's censored, so you can't redeem the password or retrieve the password that way. But this manual says redeem your ultimate tech support package at www.maxxonesecrets.com. So we'll give that a little search and see what we get. Right, that's ultimate, isn't it? That is ultimate service, ultra shit service. MaxxOne has Max gone. For anyone wondering, this is the model, and I think what we'll do is we'll open it up and maybe take out the CMOS, see if that resets it, or see if there's a little button, because usually you get like a little button you can press, and hopefully we can factory reset it. Right, so we'll pop this out and we'll leave it there on the side for about a year. Now we'll leave it there for about 10 minutes and then hopefully that'll remove the password or factory reset it. I mean, it might just change the time or send us back to 1970, but we'll see. So 10 minutes later, we're plugged in and we're going to right click menu and we still have a password. So it's time we get the sledgehammer out. Now we'll try and go through the UART port and see if maybe like reset config or something like that, or array config. I think that's short for arrays. See if that works. Let's pop that back in there. Now we'll need our multimeter continuity and we'll do a quick test to find the ground port on the UART. So we'll ground it off this little screw to the left, and then one of the end pins will be 5 volt or ground. The middle two are always RX and TX. And that is the sound of the underground. That's the only pin we need. You'll see on here, if I put you up close, that pin there, that'll be our ground. Alrighty, I've got this 3-pin JST lead, and if you've ever seen one on like a Hikvision box, it's a little bit bigger than that. I'd say maybe quarter the size bigger. Now the green side is going to go to the ground side, like that, and we'll just see here, you got the 5 volt pin. He's on his billy, because we don't need him. Alrighty then, we've got our CP2102. It's a UART tool or serial tool, got it off eBay, couple quid. Now what we're going to do is, we're going to get the green cable, plug it onto the ground pin, and then we're going to get the other two cables, RX and TX, plug them onto the RX and TX. RX goes to TX, TX goes to RX, but the board's not marked, so we don't know what order they're in. So we'll just plug them in anyway. When we open up PuTTY on the laptop, if the terminal doesn't respond, we know that RX and TX are the wrong way around, so we just give them a little switcheroo. Now we open up PuTTY. Then we click on cereal. Now for the COM port, we can quickly check device manager, and the ports will tell us what port number it is, and then we can just give a little typeroo. There we go, lovely, COM3. So we'll take that over to putty, that in, then we'll do our speed of the baud rate or whatever. That'll be 115200. Then we hit open. Right, so now what we've got to do is we've got to power it on and spam Control B to break the boot. There we go, we're in. So what we need to do now is we need to find a way to clear the configuration, or it's something to do with configuration. Usually if you type reset config, stuff like that, I've found on other boxes that's what clears it. So if I can't find anything with the ones I know, we'll just have to check the help menu. Oh, and just ignore the black bar, that's for hiding the MAC address. So we've tried reset config and no luck. So we're going to try ERA CFG, see if that works. I think that works on Dower boxes, I might be wrong. Yep, no luck with that one. So we'll try RST CFG, and if that one doesn't work, we'll have to bust into the help menu and see if we can just find something with configuration in it. On to the help menu then. Here we go. So we type in help and we hit enter, and it will give us all of the U-boot command stuff. And it's just a matter of skim through this until we find what we're looking for. Alrighty then, so I've done a environment print and it's shown me the model number, which is wrote on the box. It's given me the manufacturer date, MaxxOne wrote there, but at the bottom it's given me prototype. So I'm going to take that model number, pop it into Google and see what comes up whilst I go through all the rest of the other commandos and just see what we find. Right, let's search this into Google then, and looks like it's Uniview that make the box. UNV. I mean, it looks like they've got a website, so that's better than MaxxOne so far, because they're so secret, MaxxOne secrets, that even the website's secret. You can't really find it. Looks like they're not very popular in America. They got one of them NDAA complaints, or whatever they are. So, whilst I'm on Google, I thought I'll search in MaxxOne password locked, see if anything comes up. And when I've scrolled down, I found somebody on Reddit with an IP camera. They've said that it's the same old problem. Then there was this forum, CCTV forum. There was a guy on there called ADB, and he said that he's inherited a box from his great-great-grandma. He didn't say that, but he's inherited a box. He's got the same problem. It's password locked. He also tried the CMOS trick. That didn't work for him. So now he's wondering, can he fix it? He also thought that MaxxOne might be made by a different company, and he would be right. It's Uniview. So let's go back and see if we can fix it, because then ABD or ADB or whatever UFC whatever his name is, he doesn't have to get the sledgehammer out if he hasn't already, because we might be a few years too late to the party. So, scrolling through, I found this. It says update, and the little reset up here, that just restarts the box. So I've typed in update, and it's giving me this menu down here. Let me just scroll down, and we've got ourselves an update config. So that's the only thing I can find with configuration so far. So I think you slap it in, give it a go, and hopefully it does the job. So it says erase config, okay. That sounds like my cup of tea. So I think we'll get it unplugged, we'll get it plugged in, and we'll see if that password's gone. We're plugged in, let's turn her on and see what happens. So that's something more than before. Let's enter the default password. I think it's 123456, wasn't it? Something like that. Type that in. And we're in. Get in. Like a glove. What I'll do is, I'll nail that back together, whack a password in there, and should be lovely jubbly. Password is in, and it's all good. We go into menu, we can go through all the stuff here. If ABD, if you're watching, probably not. Maybe, if you haven't already put the sledgehammer through that DVR, there is hope. And you're very much welcome. So, you know, hit a little subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. And, yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Ta-ra!